Hey guys, so today I'm here to show you how to make elderberry syrup. If you don't already know what elderberry syrup is, I'm not going to go into too much detail here because I want to keep this video nice and short, but I will be posting a blog all about this, all the recipe, the benefits, everything elderberry syrup in that blog. So I will link it below this video once that blog is up, and you can refer to that for all the deets. So I posted a picture of my elderberry syrup I made a couple weeks ago, and you guys wanted to know how to make it, which is awesome. So I thought I was going to be stocked with the elderberry syrup for a couple months, but I ended up, hi sweetie, not supposed to be jumping up, but he's sweet. Okay, get down, get down. Good boy. So I thought I was going to be stocked, and I was going to be, and I dropped the jar on the floor, and it shattered everywhere, and it took me a couple hours to get over the fact that I did that. So I'm very clumsy. So elderberry syrup is amazing for supporting the immune system, and if you guys follow me, you know I'm all about holistic health and you know, helping our bodies support themselves instead of taking medications to just treat the symptoms, which do nothing to help our bodies as a whole become healthier. So that's what elderberry syrup is all about. It's amazing as a medicine, just like a cough syrup. You take very small amounts, teaspoons or tablespoons, and it's great to take if you feel a sickness coming on, or just as maintenance, take it every day, a teaspoon of it with your daily vitamins or something. And that's what I actually was doing for a couple weeks, and I felt really great. So yeah, let's get started. And if you wanted to know what I'm drinking, this is an herbal infusion. I made a video on how to make this also a couple weeks ago, and it's basically like a tea, but it's made a little bit differently, and this is another great thing to drink daily to boost your immune system. Okay, so elderberry syrup is basically pretty simple. It just takes some time and patience. So basically what you're gonna need, once again, I'll put the recipe in the blog so you won't need to remember any of these. So we're gonna need 4 cups of water, 1 cup of dried elderberries. If you're using fresh, if you can get your hands on fresh, you're probably gonna want 2 cups. So this is 1 cup of dried. I got mine from Star West Botanicals, dried organic elderberries. Really great place to shop online. And we've got some cloves, fresh ginger that I minced up, and then also a cinnamon stick. And then lastly, the most important ingredient, well, next to the elderberries, is honey. So you can also use maple syrup, but if you do use honey, try to use local honey. Local meaning within 20-30 miles of where you live. The reason for that is because it's going to be full of components that are gonna help your body fight the pollen and the different things in the air that are local to you. So instead of getting honey from somewhere else that has no components in it to fight the area that you live in, if that makes sense. So also this is raw, so it's not, once it's heated to, you know, past a certain degrees, it's not gonna have its medicinal properties anymore. So make sure it's raw. So literally, you guys, this is pretty easy. You're gonna combine your water in a pot, and you're gonna throw in your elderberries, and you're gonna throw in the spices. And I'll be honest, the spices are optional, but they just boost the immune boosting properties of the syrup, and it also adds a lot of flavor. So throw that in, and the hardest part, we're gonna throw this on the stove. So let's go. Okie dokie. So we're gonna throw this on the stove. We're gonna crank up the heat, and we're gonna bring this to a boil. It doesn't need to be quite a rolling boil or anything, but just a nice light boil. Just give it a nice stir, mix it all around, and we'll come back when it's boiling. All right, so it is boiling, and basically our goal here is now we're gonna go ahead and simmer it, and it's going to reduce in size or in quantity by half. So we started with 4 cups of water, and we're gonna simmer it for, you know, it's really between 30, 45, even 1 hour until it reduces in size by half. So, all right, so we are about halfway through. Now is a good time to give it a good stir. Infuse it with some love. I know you might think I'm a little woo-woo, but a lot of times when we make these herbal medicine creations and any kind of art really, including your creations in the kitchen, they really are more effective when they are made with love and care and attention and good intentions. You know, think about your grandma's apple pie. It's just more special because you know it's made with love by your granny, right? So anyways, give it a good stir and cover it back up, and we'll come back in a little while. So it's been an hour and I just measured it and it looks perfect. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this pot. I have a strainer here and also the glass Pyrex container. So we're gonna go ahead and pour it through the strainer. And if you're worried about the tiny little pieces of the elderberries or whatever, you can always use like a thin cloth to strain it, but I'm not super worried about the little pieces. So we're just gonna kind of let this drain, and I would use like a spoon or a spatula to get all that liquid out of there because that is precious. So let that drain until it's nice and dry. Okay, so now that this is the strained liquid, we are going to let this cool. So as you can see, it's 2 cups. We're gonna let this cool until it's still warm, but not hot anymore, because remember, we don't want to add the honey while it's still hot because that will damage all of the healing properties. So we'll come back in a bit. Okay, so it's been about 30-40 minutes and it's still warm, but not hot. I know that this is 2 cups of honey, 16 ounces. This is from a girlfriend's farm, local honey. So I'm just gonna add half of this. So you're gonna add 1 cup total. And it's nice to add it when it's still warm. No, puppy getting into trouble. So it's nice to add this when it's still warm because it helps the honey dissolve. So we'll just kind of let that chill and make sure it's about half. And you're gonna make sure it is stirred up really well. Infuse some more love. You guys, this smells so good. It reminds me of blueberry pancakes, except it smells a little bit more exotic than blueberries, if that makes any sense. So add a little bit more. Okay, so the honey is all dissolved and mixed pretty thoroughly. And then you're just gonna go ahead and store it in preferably a glass jar. You wanna try to avoid plastic. If you live in my area, I would be happy to give you some glass jars. I have a couple of boxes full of them given to me just from flea markets and stuff. So let's go ahead, transfer this beautiful, oh my gosh, look at that color. So if it's not fully dissolved, there's a little bit of honey left in there. I'll just scrape it out. And that is it. So we're gonna go ahead, throw a lid on there, get it nice and tight, and there you go, your beautiful elderberry syrup. I'm going to label it with the date. I just use masking tape because it's cheap and easy. So let's go ahead and throw the date on there. What is it? I think it's 3/15. And throw the label on there. And then you're gonna go ahead and store this in your refrigerator for several months. I've read a couple of different sources that say about 6 months. You should be using this as maintenance though, so about a teaspoon a day. So if you have a family, this will go pretty quickly. Otherwise, you can use it as medicine several times a day when you feel a sickness coming on, and it should kick it in the butt pretty quick. So there you go, guys. I hope you make this. Please let me know how it goes, and yeah, hope you enjoy. See you later, guys. Bye.